Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm taking you on a deep dive into the most closely watched piece of military hardware in Northern Europe right now, the Norwegian Army's brand new main battle tank, the Leopard 2A8NO. The story behind this tank is full of plot twists, national-level political decisions, and deep geopolitical maneuvering. If you follow security news, you know Norway faced a historic choice in selecting a successor to their aging fleet of Grandpa Leopard 2A4s. The competition was fierce, a real head-to-head battle between Asia's Black Panther, the K2 from South Korea, and Germany's Leopard 2. Back during the grueling cold weather trials at the Rena military camp in Norway, both tanks performed incredibly well. The Norwegian military was actually highly impressed by the agility of the K2 Black Panther, but ultimately, due to familiarity and logistics tied deeply to European NATO allies, the Norwegian government went with the Leopard 2. But here is the plot twist that shocked the world. After signing the deal for 54 of the 2A7 variants in early 2023, Norway suddenly tore up the original plan in June of that same year. They decided to upgrade the entire order, skipping a generation straight to the 2A8NO, the newest and most advanced model in the Leopard family. Changing horses midstream like this tells us one thing. Norway sees a new kind of emerging threat. They don't just want a standard issue tank, they need the smartest, most survivable tank current technology can build. And the hottest breaking news I have for you today is that the Norwegian Armed Forces officially received their very first Leopard 2A8NO in late April 2026. The soldiers have affectionately nicknamed this first unit Thomas. But the arrival of Thomas isn't just a standard weapons handover, it marks the dawn of a new era for the Norwegian military. Out of the 54 units ordered, only the first 17 are being assembled and shipped directly from the factory in Germany. The remaining 37 units will make modern history, as Norway will assemble these tanks entirely on their own soil for the first time. The assembly of these 37 tanks will take place at the Rytec facility in Levanger, central Norway. This is huge, guys. It means Norway isn't just buying weapons, they are acquiring technology transfers, purchasing know-how, and building a domestic production line. Doing this creates true security in their supply chain. Imagine if a major conflict erupts in Europe, Norway won't have to wait around for spare parts or maintenance support solely from Germany. They have the knowledge, the facilities, and their own engineers ready to repair and produce replacement parts on the spot. This is a brilliant strategic move to prepare for the worst-case scenarios of the future. Now, let's dive into why I call the Leopard 2A8NO the ultimate winter beast. The special NO designation, which stands for Norway, isn't just about throwing some white winter camouflage paint on it. It's about a complete system overhaul and customization specifically for the brutal Scandinavian environment. First up is the battle management system, the brain of the tank. Norway chose to strip out the standard system and install one from Kongsberg, a top-tier defense company. Using the ICS/CORTEX system integrated with digital battlefield networks, these tanks can seamlessly share data with drones, infantry, and Norway's own air defense networks. Simply put, this tank speaks the exact same language as every other weapon system in the Norwegian military flawlessly. Aside from having a massive brain, its body has been heavily modified for the snow. This variant features newly designed lightweight side skirts to boost mobility in rough terrain, and crucially, they've added specialized storage boxes for winter track grousers or ice cleats. These allow this massive piece of armor to grip and climb Norway's treacherous ice-covered hills with absolute stability. But the most important feature, the one that earns it the 2A8 title, is the factory standard integration of the Israeli Trophy Active Protection System, or APS. This system acts like an invisible force field, intercepting and destroying anti-tank missiles or kamikaze drones before they can even scratch the armor. To give you the clearest picture of exactly what Norway is getting and how its specs stack up against the competition, I've put together a head-to-head comparison between the winning Leopard 2A8NO and the challenger, the K2 Black Panther. I've also included the project budget in US dollars so we can see the real financial difference. Looking at the table, you can clearly see the totally different design philosophies between these two tanks. The first thing that jumps out is the sheer size and combat weight. South Korea's K2 Black Panther is significantly lighter at 55 tons. Combined with that ISU suspension that allows the tank to kneel or pitch, it's highly agile in complex mountainous terrain. Plus, it's considerably cheaper. The price difference for this project could have saved Norway hundreds of millions of dollars. That's exactly why the K2 left such a strong impression on the evaluators during the Norwegian trials. But when we look at the winner, the Leopard 2A8NO, we are looking at an absolute behemoth. With a weight pushing almost 70 tons, you get next-gen composite armor, reinforced underbelly protection, and full trophy APS integration. Norway was willing to shell out the extra cash because they believe that in modern warfare, dominated by drones and guided missiles, soldier survivability is the absolute top priority. Another crucial detail from the table is the crew size. The Leopard retains a 4-man crew with a human loader. Norway believes that in wartime, if a track is blown off or field maintenance is required, having 4 pairs of hands is far better than 3 for solving problems and keeping the tank combat ready. There's another incredibly important dimension we have to talk about: the bloody lessons learned from the modern battlefield that directly led to the birth of this tank. If you've been following the conflicts in Eastern Europe over the past couple of years, the footage is staggering. We're seeing multi-million-dollar tanks being destroyed by small FPV drones that cost just a few $100 to build. In today's wars, the enemy isn't just shooting at you head-on. The threat falls from the sky, deliberately targeting the tank from above in what's known as a top attack. This exact variable is what forced Norway to break the piggy bank and immediately upgrade straight to the 2A8NO. Norwegian engineers and the military took these fresh lessons to heart. The armor on the 2A8NO isn't just thick on the front and sides, it features specialized reinforced roof armor specifically designed to counter top-down attacks. When combined with advanced warning sensors and the trophy system we mentioned earlier, this thing becomes a mobile fortress, capable of handling both ground threats and small aerial threats. It closes a massive vulnerability that every legacy tank currently faces. Ultimately, they are buying maximum survivability for Norwegian troops in a highly unpredictable battle space. Zooming out to the geopolitical level, Norway acquiring this ultimate tank means a lot more than just defending its own borders. As we all know, Sweden and Finland are now fully integrated NATO members. That means the entire northern front, the Arctic Circle, has become a unified wall of steel. Norway, as the big brother sharing a border with the Arctic Ocean, serves as the primary spearhead. Having the best cold weather tank in existence, alongside domestic assembly and maintenance capabilities, exponentially strengthens the collective defense of the entire Nordic region. The facility in Levanger won't just be a Norwegian tank assembly plant, it has the potential to become a strategic NATO maintenance hub in the high north. If a crisis breaks out, the tank forces of Norway, Sweden, and Finland will be able to share logistics and spare parts completely seamlessly. This is the grand chessboard the Norwegian government is looking at, and it's the real reason why this multi-billion-dollar historic deal is worth every single penny in their eyes. Ultimately, the rollout of this first Leopard 2A8NO is just the beginning. Over the coming years, we'll see these winter beasts rolling off the domestic production line continuously. It will serve as hard proof that Norway is ready to act as a solid pillar in defending NATO's northern borders, with one of the most powerful and advanced ground combat vehicles in the world today. So, what do you guys think after seeing all this deep dive data? Did Norway make the right call paying a premium to go all in on the Leopard 2A8NO, or would the lighter, more cost-effective K2 Black Panther have been the better choice? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoy this kind of in-depth military hardware analysis, please drop a like, share the video, and hit that subscribe button to support the channel. I'm Mix, and I'll see you guys in the next video.